Freaks, it's Monday, June 6th, 2022. Coming up on the program today, a meth addict forgets to hang up the phone. Plus, our favorite trans girls live in a bug-infested pile of filth. When someone with cerebral palsy threatens to kill you and everyone you love. And a celebrity cock on display. All coming up today.
God's going to put a cancer in the butthole. God's going to put a cancer in the butthole of every sodomite. Every sodomite butthole will get cancer in the butthole. It'll burn and burn and burn. They won't be able to sit down because of the burning in their butthole. He can't sit down. He's got a burning in his butthole. He's got a fire. He's got a flame coming out of his butthole. God's going to have a flame coming out of your butthole. You're going to have a flame coming out of your butthole. And there'll be people walking around all over America with flames coming out of their butthole. You ain't seen nothing yet. Butthole. If you thought that AIDS was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. Flaming butthole. And you will not be able to sit down. Butthole. You ain't seen nothing yet. Everyone who takes it up the rear, everyone who has a penis injected in his butthole, when that penis comes out, the flame will start burning. Because ain't nobody gonna stick no penis in that flame. That flame will be an eternal flame coming out of the butthole of every sodomite. Flame coming out of the butthole, flame coming out of your butt. That man pulls that penis out of you, a flame is gonna come out, and nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole again because it will be on fire. You ain't seen nothing till you see the flame coming out of T.D. Jakes' butt. Got a flame coming out of his butt and all flames shooting out of there behind. You're going to see the power of God. You ain't seen nothing yet. Butthole. I drink semen. You ain't seen nothing yet. Lightning bug. Semen latte. God's going to put a cancer in the butthole of every sodomite. Your breath stinks of another man's butthole.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
And I love the aftertaste of semen in my mouth.
I just want to say, how dare you?
Is Miss Vagina thinking about Mr. Penis?
Welcome to 1-800-ASSHOLE.
That's pretty fucked up right there.
All right, here we go. Tim Henson back here with you, starting off a new week of programs. Got a great one for you today. Now, before we get into any clips, a few pieces of housekeeping and programming notes. This past weekend, I posted a very fun new video, one of my dumb little short films or comedy sketches or whatever, all about virtual rape. Might be my favorite one we've done so far. Please go check it out. I will embed it today in the show notes as well. It's on our new YouTube channel. If you've been put off by my previous videos because the audio is kind of wonky, I think I got it all figured out. Got a nice boom mic situation set up. Oh, it rivals a Hollywood production. Very happy with that over there on our new YouTube channel. The other thing I wanted to mention, this kind of ties in nicely. Earlier in May, I guess last month, during a voicemail segment, someone called and, well, actually I have a clip here from it.
And I'm just calling because, as you know, I've been behind on shows. Well, he found an old clip of you laughing at a anorexic girl. He started listening to the whole thing. I assume because you're an asshole.
Yeah.
And you came up with a great idea. Listen to a whole episode of Distorted View together. Why don't you do that?
Why? I mean, why? Well, okay, at the time, apparently, I was not on board with this idea. Why? That sounds so stupid. Why?
What'd be the purpose of that?
Yeah, what would be the purpose?
Pick an old-ass episode, provide commentary, and listen to you laugh at yourself. It'll either be the funniest thing in the world, or you'll look like a dick.
Well, we're going to give this premise a shot in the form of some live streams every weekday this week at around 3 p.m. 3 p.m. is my start time goal. We'll see if I hit it. It's going to be a stream on YouTube. It will be video, but I guess you could just listen to the audio if you wanted. The reason why I thought it might work better as a video cast is that you can actually see me responding. Because sometimes, if you hear my voice from an old episode and my voice now, you might get confused as to who's talking, old Tim or new Tim. This way you can put a face with the stupidity. Anyway, the idea is I've got a random date generator. We're going to pick some random dates. Not going to listen to the show beforehand, which could be problematic. And, we'll listen to the episode together. I, of course, will stop if I have anything to say or comment about what awful things I said back then, or I'll try to explain myself or give you backstory. I don't know if I can remember anything. That's the other great thing. I can't remember what happened yesterday. I can't imagine going back to 2007. All these shows are going to be pretty much new to me. Now, if you have an episode, if you're going through the archives or whatever, and you're like, oh my God, I would love for Tim to talk about, whatever, you can email me the date and I'll play listener submissions as well. Some of those older episodes of DV are rather short, so we might do a couple during the live stream. I'm not anticipating it's going to go any longer than an hour or hour and a half every day. Who knows? I mean, some of the newer episodes are already 45 minutes, and you know how I love to fucking stop audio and spew verbal diarrhea all over the place, so it could go longer than an hour. Plus, this will also give me a chance to try out some technical things. We'll try to take some phone calls, not throughout the whole show, because that's way too distracting for me. I'll wait till towards the end, and we'll open up the phone line, and you guys can call if you have anything to say. So it'll be fun. Another fun live streaming experience. We did a couple nocturnal transmissions, a month or two ago. Now we're going to do some episodes of Quantum Leap. I will be leaping from old episode of DV to old episode of DV, trying desperately to find the humor. Been trying to find it now for, almost 20 years? One of these days I'm going to stumble upon it. Here's hoping my next leap will be the leap to comedy. First live stream is today, later on today or depending on when you're listening to the show, at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there on our new YouTube channel. There's a link in the show notes. If it's a huge disaster, you know who to blame. Not me, that guy on the voicemail line. Hey, speaking of voicemails, I got an email from DV listeners, Kenny and Dan. I believe this is Kenny. Kenny says, I've some great content for your show. A crazy lady ranting on my voicemail. I gave a bike frame. The other parts of the bike were stolen. The only left was the frame. Okay. So I gave a bike frame away on Craigslist, and this is the first voicemail I received. She, a meth enthusiast, left a polite message about the bike rack, but apparently she forgot to hang up the phone. She went on an insane rant about thrift stores and Indians and sucking dicks, along with a lot of words that only grown-ups use. No talk of meth, though. Feel free to use it on the show. You can credit me and my husband. Our first names are Kenny and Dan. So thank you very much, Kenny and Dan, for sending this in. You know I love recorded phone calls and insane voicemail messages. Let's take a listen here.
My name is Rita. I really need a bike. I have like 2 dog bikes that I got a long time ago, but I'm really interested in that bike frame right there so I could put it together. Please call me back. Thank you.
I love this idea of a meth addict assembling a bike. Now, that's a live stream. That would be a fun watch. This woman high on meth trying to assemble a bike. She can't focus. Do you think she even needs a bike? I'm sure she's lost her license, so maybe this is the way she gets around on bicycles. Or she's like, yeah, maybe that bike's made out of metal, and I can sell it for scrap. She thinks she's getting a good deal, right? This guy's just giving a bike frame away. What is he, crazy? Going to turn around and make a few deals and end up with a bag of smack. You know how these meth addicts do. They wheel and deal. All right, so she's finishing up with the call here.
Call me back. Thank you.
And she's hanging up the phone. So she thinks.
Yeah, I said I need a fucking whore with me to follow me up, down, and around. Did I ever want a fucking whore named Rosemary to follow me up, down, and all around?
Here she just sort of sounds like a feral, rabid dog.
Named Rosemary to follow me up, down, and all around.
All I can really make out is whore and fucking whore. Maybe she's thinking about the person who stole her last bicycle.
Whore named Rosemary to follow me up, down, and all of that. Shut up. Tell me after you shit for that fucking whore. You know, I even went to the Goodwill. I was there at 6:30 this morning. 7:30 this morning.
Well, I mean, it's not like she was sleeping. She's been up for 7 days.
For till 9. I don't know what kind of games you're playing. I don't want nothing to do with Sacramento business people that associate with fucking punk-ass bitches who want to make us get up.
She's speaking nonsense. It's obviously the meth talking. I was at the Goodwill at 6 in the morning. I don't like to deal with these Sacramento business people. They're all whores.
I play fucking games online in Ohio. I want nothing to do with that kind of garbage ass boss. I'm not wasting my life time. I'm too sick for that shit for fucking bitch and fucking Iceman started running game on me.
She's like a methed up Boomhauer. You know that character from King of the Hill? I'll tell you what. I got to I ain't shit for fucking bitch Sacramento business people. I ain't shit for her. Goodwill, 6 a.m. They got a few words from her. All right, we're almost done with the call here.
You fucking buzz this shit. Fuck my life up.
Yeah.
There is nothing.
I think she just said she fucked her own life up.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
When the Lord puts you together with...
What are the odds that she's not talking to anyone? The only person there is herself.
You say you're gonna have a buzz this slut. And fuck try to make you look like a fucking stupid ass. Dumb bitch. Dumb Mexican. Dumb Indian. Punk slut bitch. For a fucking whore to suck my dick.
I mean, let's look at the facts here, right? You don't hear anyone else talking to this woman. She's obviously not on the phone, right? Because she was on the phone and she thought she hung it up. So she hasn't called anyone else yet. All signs point to she's talking to herself.
What the fuck, I'm not there. Shame on you, slut. I'm gonna claim this bitch, motherfucking hoe.
Shame on you, slut. I heard whore, or hoe. Whore and hoe.
Fucking punk-ass tramp.
And tramp. Funny, she ends her rant with tramp, which is like the least vulgar thing she said. But whatever. Thank you very much, Kenny and Dan, for the voicemail. Glad you could get rid of that bike frame. Moving on, I have got a Utard update. One of my favorites is Andrea, the burping girl, and her wife, I guess, Chloe. Both of them are trans, male to female, just so you know who we're dealing with. I mean, you can't see them. This is an audio show. No judgment here. Although I am going to judge them in a moment.
I'm a transgender woman, and I have a penis and breasts. I don't want to cut them off, though.
See, more helpful background information from her own mouth. Now, see, they're very open about this stuff. They wouldn't mind me saying they're trans. The real reason why I'm playing this video is, it's a vlog, kind of like what's happening in these two ladies' lives. And up on the wall is one of those gay pride flags with the different colors. Not just the rainbow colors, but also like the trans colors and stuff. But this is not their house. What gives?
So we got our little flag over here. This is our boyfriend's house. So,
yeah, because ours didn't pass the...
Yeah, ours didn't pass the...
I guess I should remind you that Andrea and her girlfriend or wife or whatever live in an apartment building. Next door, one apartment unit over, is the boyfriend. That's where he lives. It's very convenient. Now, as Andrea was saying, the girls' apartment did not pass some sort of inspection.
Oh, yes, true. They lucky. Long story short, we got a notice on our door because, they roaches up in here.
Yeah, I mean, that sort of tracks, doesn't it? We've played videos from these two before. You just get the idea. There's like a lot of cigarette butts, overfilled ashtrays, 7-Eleven big gulps that are half full, that are also being used for ashtrays and stuff. Like, they're just like, it's filth. It just seems like they wallow in filth.
So we got a letter on our door saying that the bug guy said that our house was dirty and cluttered, which was bullshit. Now, okay, I'm not saying this is what happened or this is what I think. We have a flag just like this in our room.
Okay, they've got a pride flag as well hanging up on their wall.
This bug guy has came to our house many times before when it was dirty. the other day was clean because Chloe had spent all night cleaning. She was cleaning the toilet. She was moving everything so the guy can get there and spray in between the nooks and crannies. But we have this flag hung up in our room.
So she's claiming homophobia, even though she said many times this bug guy has been there to spray and our house has been filthy, disgusting.
And all of a sudden, we get a report that our house is dirty. Honey, he's a crackhead, skinny-looking motherfucker. Look, he ain't got no teeth. He look like he stink. He look like he live in a trailer park. Girl, he look like he fucked chickens.
Girl, bitches who live in roach-infested glass apartments should not be throwing stones.
I'm just saying. So, I think he was discriminating.
Hey, boss, you calling me chicken fucker?
Why is Fred Sanford in the apartment building? Oh, that's Chloe. That feminine dainty flower over there speaking.
You calling me a chicken fucker, boys? But yeah, like, that really pissed me off because, like, we're not the dirtiest, but we're not the clean. You know what I mean? Like, we're in the middle. We're, like, decent.
Not too clean, not too dirty. You're the apartment Goldilocks would stay at. All right, what else is happening in the world of Andrea and Chloe?
Chloe's sugar daddy was supposed to come today. He came last week and did an OnlyFans video with her.
Oh.
And it was a great video. He was sucking her titties and she was moaning and he was fucking her and all this stuff.
Little plug for Chloe's OnlyFans.
And then bought us $60 worth of Chinese food. Because we cheap. That's how much we charge, $60. You either give us $100 cash or you give us $60 in Uber Eats. So he decided he was going to give us Uber Eats.
Wait a second. Chloe's pretty much a prostitute that accepts Uber Eats? Like, you can pay for sex with Chinese food? This is a horrible business model. She said you can either give us $100 in cash or $60 in Uber Eat credit. Just make them pay you $100 and then you can spend $60 yourself on Uber Eats and you'll have $40 left over.
A couple sodas.
I don't understand. This is why some prostitutes really do benefit from having pimps. They need some representation. While one sugar daddy came through, Andrea is very upset because another sugar daddy flaked out.
So, if you watching this, you fat motherfucking old motherfucking 5'2" bitch, stupid ass with your little fucking limp dick, you weren't even fucking her. You weren't even in her. You were fucking her cheeks. She was just acting. She was like, ooh, daddy.
Dick too small, won't even fit in the hole. She does have a big fat ass, so.
And he was all like, I'm coming.
Well, she got the job done.
You ain't shit, and you never will be shit.
Do not cross tranny prostitutes. They never forget and they never forgive.
That really gave me tranny baby fever.
I know. Her artificial clock is ticking. Thank you, girls, for the update. Moving on now. I've got a very interesting case of road rage here. Man was driving. He's got one of those dash cams, right? And another car pulls up to him. I don't know if that guy should be driving. Take a listen.
They have to check it. It always looks so funny blonde.
Hard to understand this man because he has cerebral palsy. That's why I'm thinking maybe he shouldn't be driving around and threatening people. So yeah, this guy with cerebral palsy drives up alongside this guy here who's filming, saying he's gonna kill him.
Why? What did I do?
I hate you.
Why do you hate me?
You have total control over your motor functions. He's just jealous. Yeah, now he's saying he's going to kill everyone. Normally, I would take this type of threat seriously. I mean, after all these, shootings we've been experiencing here in America. But one, I don't think he has the coordination to operate a gun, aim it correctly, actually shoot targets. Even if he had a gun, I think I would kind of like to see how it all plays out. This is the rare instance where I say, give the guy a gun. Like a 90% chance he's just going to blow off his foot.
Did I almost hit your car?
Maybe. The guy's trying to figure out, why do you want to kill me? What is this about?
Are you okay?
No. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. You work on that.
What the fuck?
And he speeds off. Good move. Moving on, I've got a clip here of Matthew McConaughey, of all people. You know, there's a lot of speculation that he is going to get into politics, specifically like Texas politics, run for governor or senate or something. He certainly is popping up a lot. Recently, he was at the ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Moody Center in Austin, Texas. Apparently, it's a multi-purpose arena over there at the University of Texas in Austin. I mean, did he give money to this or something? It's either he partially funded this thing or he's going to get into politics.
Yes, it is time to believe that what happens in here from now on can and will change the world.
I think they're going to play basketball there, right? Okay. Sure. It's amazing.
Yes. Will you do this with me? Just because it'll make me feel good. It is time to bless the mood. Are you ready to bless the mood? Are you ready to bless the mood? Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
No one knows what the fuck you're saying, doing, or singing.
Are you ready to bless the mood?
No one is participating.
You ready to? Come on now, give me some.
Apparently, "Bless the Mood" is like an old song. The only relation to what's happening here is that the word "mood" is in Moody.
Back up.
The Moody
bless
Center.
The mood. 1, 2, 3. Are you ready to bless the mood?
Still no one.
Are you ready to bless the mood? Are you ready to bless the mood? Come on, CDC. Are you ready to bless the mood?
He has said this so many times. Like, come on now, everybody.
Are you ready to bless the mood?
Come on, everybody.
Here
now.
it is. Are we ready to bless the mood? It starts right now. Thank you, Irwin Center.
Okay.
The memories
Yeah, he
we
gave
have
up on
there,
that.
we're bringing over here, but it's time to turn the page. Let's keep writing the book.
Abort. Like, he wrapped things up quick. He bolted after realizing no one was going to participate in his Bless the Mood song. You expect people to join in and sing a song, you got to pick something popular, something from the last 5 or 10 years. Good God. Speaking of music, I got to say thanks to DV listener Now. That's his name. I don't know. Or her name, I guess. I don't know. Provided a link to Big Gucci Berry's song, Booty Hole Troll. The song for all the asshole lovers out there, I guess.
I'm the booty hole troll. I'm the booty hole troll. I'm the booty hole troll. Big bread apple. I'm the booty hole troll.
This is what Matthew McConaughey should have got the whole crowd chanting.
Booty hole troll.
Let's bless the Moody Center. Who's a booty hole troll here?
Booty hole troll.
Big bread apple. I'm the booty hole troll. Big bread apple.
And he is big and full of moles. I'm looking at his back right now. Oh my God. Take a look at the chapter artwork. I've seen this guy before. He's appeared in like TikTok videos and Vines and stuff. I've seen him do a lot of stuff with that kid who has a really long neck and thin arms. You know what guy I'm talking about? Can't remember his name, but we featured him here on the podcast. There's something wrong with him.
I'm the booty hole troll. Big bread I fold. Your jaw I stole. Bitch, fuck what you told. What you doing, Brian? Every day doing big fucking glide.
Honestly, not the worst musician we've ever featured on TV.
Big fat motherfucking toothless slide.
Yeah, he knows what he is. He knows why we're all here.
Fat motherfucking toothless slide. But hey, don't get it twisted. Your mother's large intestine got rearranged and shifted by the one they call Big Berry. Shave your booty hole if it's hairy. I fix your mom's cable, Jim Carrey. Mary, quite contrary.
We'll stop right there. You lost me at Mary, quite contrary. Thank you very much, Big Gucci Berry, and of course, Now for submitting it. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to the fucked up news right now. I actually paused recording the podcast because I got notification that Meade Skelton was going live. He did a live stream, and I was in there. Thanks to Distorted View and the Freaks, I think 30 people ended up watching Mead's show. A personal best for him, a record. He's never had that many people watch a live stream, so I was happy to be a part of that, and I can't wait for the video to be actually posted because there's a lot of good little moments. I'm hoping on tomorrow's Sideshow exclusive episode we can go through the entire affair. He gave me a nice shout out, and he plugged the show, so I think Mead and I are on good terms. Full recap coming tomorrow, hopefully. If you're not yet a Sideshow member, now's a great time. Superfreaksideshow.com. It's our member site where you gain full access to the entire archive of programs. More importantly, every week, like I said, we do exclusive programs just for paying freaks. Tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive, and we'll do another one on Thursday. Memberships are very inexpensive, only $6.99 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. For more information, check out superfreaksideshow.com. And remember, if you use Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can now sign up for Sideshow access right in those apps. Just a couple of taps. You're in. You're getting all the new Sideshow content. Easy peasy. For more information on that, check out superfreaksideshow.com and distortedview.com as well. Finally, one more way to help support the show. We've got a Patreon account. Patreon.com/distortedview. Every little bit helps. You can pledge as little as $1. This is how I make my living. So thank you so much to all of the freaks and the patrons. You guys are the reason this show continues. 3 very quick stories now. First up, we've talked about that Icelandic cock museum. Now that's someplace Distorted View should broadcast from. That place is tailor-made for our content. Well, the Icelandic Penis Museum has a new exhibit. Fans of Jimi Hendrix will be happy to know you can check out his cock over there. Of course, Jimi Hendrix, famed musician, most known for Foxy Lady, Purple Haze, you know, all that shit. Many of you might not know, I'm sure a lot of you do, that he was very well endowed and he was immortalized. Well, a specific part of him was immortalized in plaster. The artist Cynthia Albrighton. I think we talked to her once on the podcast many years ago. Maybe not. Maybe it was I was planning to do an interview with her. She goes by the name Cynthia Plastercaster. She's known for creating plaster cocks of like famous people, mostly like musicians, right? She created a plaster cast of Hendrix's erect penis, and it's just been donated to a museum. You know what museum I'm talking about. The Icelandic Phallological Museum in Reykjavik. Albrighton sadly died at the age of 74 recently. She left the memento to the museum. The museum boasts a collection of more than 200 penises and penile parts. I'm sorry, but I don't want to see penis parts. Like, what does that mean? Just like dickheads? A rogue nut? I mean, let's be honest. These things aren't that big. Let's try to keep the pieces intact, thank you. I mean, give me my money's worth. If I go to this penis museum, I want to see it all. Dickhead, shaft, nuts. Wouldn't hurt to get a little taint in there. Believe it or not, Hendrix was the first celebrity to become the subject of Albrighton's work. Quote, he was really laid back, relaxed, and very quiet in the mold, Albrighton said in her 2020 documentary, Let's Spend the Night Together, although she did admit that his pubes got stuck in the plaster. Maybe this was like before she perfected the art of penis plaster castering. He was like the guinea pig. Why do black people always got to be the test subject for these things? That's racist. As a super groupie, a term she never seemed ashamed to use to describe herself, Albrighton had access to other musicians and eventually included stars like the Dead Kennedys' Jello Biafra. Okay, MC5's Wayne Kramer, and television's Richard Lloyd in her portfolio of penis plaster casts. I mean, okay, I've heard of some of these people, Jello. They're not like, you know, like Rod Stewart's cock. Or the lead singer of Aerosmith's dick, Steven Tyler. You know, like, they're not A-listers, right? All right, the song Plastercaster by Kiss is about Cynthia Plastercaster. Later in Cynthia's career, she turned her attention to female rock stars, creating plaster casters of the breasts of singer and artist Peaches. Oh, the teaches of Peaches. Huh, what? French musician Letitia Sadier, okay, and the Yeah Yeah Yeahs frontwoman Karen O. Okay, just tit plasters? No pussies? All right, well, is there a breast museum out there that these can be donated to? A titiological society? Hopefully those boobs will be coming to a gallery near you. All right, second story we have for you today. This one comes from Arizona. The cops aren't having a great year. They're kind of looking bad after the school shooting thing, and now this. A police officer literally said, "I'm not going to help you," to a drowning man. Like, was he learning how to swim? Was this some sort of like tough love thing? Sink or swim. If he really wants it, he'll swim. I somehow don't think that's the case here. 3 police officers have been placed on administrative leave after they reportedly watched a man drown in Tempe Town Lake. Transcripts revealed. The incident all began as a reported domestic violence situation at Tempe Beach Park between a man and his wife. Both denied that any fight had taken place. When officers were called, Sean Bickings reportedly tried to run away from them by fleeing into the lake. Well, that was a pretty fuck-witted thing to do. I'm with the cops on that one. Like, if you can't swim, don't run towards a lake. I mean, in that split second, he was like, what do I want less? To get caught by the cops and go to jail or drown? He chose drown. You got to live with your decision, man. When officers were called, Bickings reportedly tried to run away from them by fleeing into the lake. He was unable to get out of the lake, and eventually he drowned. Glub, 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 right? Bickings was later found by Tempe Fire's dive and rescue team in a portion of Tempe Town Lake located near the Tempe Center of the Arts. The man was pronounced dead at the scene. City manager Andrew Ching and police chief Jeff Glover said his death was a tragedy. Well, new information came out shortly after. Yeah, I mean, kind of glossed over the part where this guy asked for help. So as officers were running these people's names in the computer, Bickings decided to slowly climb over a 4-foot metal fence, and he entered the water. Officers informed him swimming is not allowed in the lake. He swam about 30 to 40 yards before repeatedly indicating that he was in distress. He soon went under and did not resurface. Okay, still, we're not getting to the actual problem here. Finally, in a transcript of conversations released by the Tempe police, an officer, only identified as Officer 1, was noted as telling Bickings that he would not be going into the lake. "I'm drowning," Bickings said. "Come back over to the pylon." An officer, noted as Officer 2, said in the transcript, I can't. And then something inaudible, which, was probably because water was getting in his mouth. "All right, I'm not jumping in after you," said Officer 1. And that's all she wrote. Actually, there's a little more. In the transcript, an officer reportedly threatened to detain his wife, telling her, "If you don't calm down, I'm going to put you in my car." Yeah, you're going to have to excuse her for being a little hysterical. She's watching her husband die in the most unpleasant of ways. The rest of the document reveals how his wife continued to beg them for help while the officers continued to tell her to calm down. That's what women want to hear. "I'm just distraught because he's drowning right in front of him and you won't help," she said. Police tell her that another officer is getting a boat. We have to wait for a boat to get on the scene. An officer noted that Bickings hadn't resurfaced from the water for 30 seconds. That's a problem. The man's body was pulled from the water at 11:30 a.m. that morning. Officials say the city has asked DPS and Scottsdale police to examine the police response to the drowning. While the investigation is ongoing, the officers, like I said, have been placed on administrative leave. So there you go. And finally, today, freaks, we got one from our most fucked up state. Say it with me.
Fly, oh yeah. Praise Jesus. Give me hallelujah. Down on Florida. Did the most fucked up day. Have it now. Florida is the most fucked up day. Praise Jesus.
we've got a story of roadhead gone wrong. You know, when it comes to sex injuries, there's only a few that I can think of. Charlie horse, you know, you're in the wrong position. The big one, though, is like when the woman is on, or you know, whoever is on top of you, riding your dick. And, you know, she goes up a little too high. The dick pops out of the hole and she comes crashing down onto the penis and snaps it. We've talked about this many times before. We've read news stories. I've seen pictures. There's a horrible cracking sound. The penis turns purple. A lot of guys don't go to the hospital immediately. And that's a huge mistake. And they're like, oh, it'll get better. I just need a good night's sleep. Wake up and their penis is like a black and blue tree trunk. And they can't pee. They're pissing blood. Again, go right to the hospital. But the second big sex injury in terms of severity, I would think, is, you know, you getting roadhead, right? And woman blowing you while you're driving. And then you get into an accident. You slam into someone. And your girl, through no fault of her own, clamps down on your shaft and like bites your cock. I think that's what we're dealing with in this story. A Florida driver, distracted by receiving oral sex from the passenger, lost control of his vehicle because he was in ecstasy. You know, that was some good head. And he crashed head on into a FedEx delivery vehicle. This happened in Fort Lauderdale on Thursday, resulting in injuries to his private area. Yeah. The driver and passenger were apparently driving northbound in an SUV on North Ocean Boulevard when the driver became distracted by his passenger's oral performance and crossed over the center line. He struck the delivery van as it traveled southbound near the intersection of Northwest 19th Street. Neither occupant of the FedEx vehicle was injured. According to Florida Fire and Rescue, the FedEx employees were just left with minor injuries. The driver of the SUV sustained injuries to his privates. It's unclear whether anyone will be charged in the crash. Well, I think the guy who's getting head should. It is his fault. Swerving over into the wrong lane. Some people can't handle dick pleasure. Like, we've played clips many times on the show of like guys who just, they sound like they're dying when they're coming. Yeah, like this guy. Apparently, he has a very sensitive penis. He sounds like the grape stomping lady. Remember that clip? She falls. All right, well. Meanwhile, this guy's still coming. I've not reused any audio. It's not like I'm looping this cum shot. He is a very powerful and prolific cummer. It's killing him, I think. There you go. That, my friends, is your... Oh, he's winding down now. Yeah. Take a deep breath. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Monday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Love to hear from you freaks, and there are many ways to contact the show at DistortedView.com. I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/DistortedViewShow, yada, yada, yada. You know all the ways to contact me. I'm also on TikTok, because that's where the kids are. And you know me, I'm always where the kids are.
Hail Satan.
Okay, well, right back at you. I will give Satan the message. I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Hey, Tim Haley's Comet calling in, and I just wanted to provide some, I think, very important clarifications.
You're not the real Haley's Comet. I know that voice.
A story that you reported on at the end of last week. You were telling us about a UK man who was coming under fire because he didn't reveal that he was a potential carrier of the genetic disease Fragile X syndrome.
Oh, right.
And I think it's important for the freaks
That's
to know
what Professor X had, right? That's how we got mutants.
About this. So there are actually two types of Fragile X syndrome. The one you were talking about, which is indeed a hereditary disease, it has to do with parents passing along inappropriate numbers of nucleotide repeats in the SMR gene to their male male offspring. This oftentimes, the FMR gene, which is necessary for normal neuronal development, this oftentimes leads to behavioral.
Yeah, behavioral problems and issues. I mentioned that on the show. Let me just fast forward to the end here.
The other type of Fragile X syndrome, which also...
I feel like you're trying to teach us something, and one thing my listeners won't put up with, education.
Causes people not to be able to...
We're a very anti-education podcast.
...well in society, is the PTSD that my ex-girlfriends have received because I'm so goddamn boring. Oh, also because of...
now, Haley's Comet hasn't really called in recently, and he's still getting a lot of hate.
Very unsuccessful sex. My mother is very pleased that I am part of the medical textbook.
All right, thank you very much. One of the fake Haley's Comets calling in.
Hey, I just had this is Blanchard and Taylor, by the way. I just had a freak moment. I was at Home Depot picking up some stuff for a project I'm working on, and there was this old guy at the checkout, like, struggling with his credit card. He was like, how do I slide this damn thing?
Oh.
Like, what do I do?
Credit cards have been a part of our society now for decades and decades. I mean, I realize that you now have to insert the card rather than slide it, but it's not a hard concept to grasp.
I realized that it started as a chip on it because he's ancient. I don't know how you live in modern society and not know what a chip is on a credit card, but...
Right. I mean, even chips aren't really that new.
I had my earbuds in and was listening to the podcast, and I went over to help him. And while I'm helping him, talking to this guy, in my ear is just like this loud, like, anal sex that you were playing. Like, this guy and this girl, they're like, yeah, you like it when I stretch out your fucking shit box? Yeah. And she's like, ah. And then eventually you chime in with your, yeah, touch my breath. And the whole time I'm just talking to this guy like nothing is out of place.
You're not affected at all.
And I didn't even think about it at the time. But after I walked away, I was like, holy shit. Like, I had to take a second to really absorb what just happened. And just realize I'm fucked. I'm a fucking freak.
Well, that's one way to look at it. The other way is you were still able to help someone. You're still a good person despite listening to all of this filth. So you've resisted. I have to work harder. Breaking you. All right. Next up here. Now, maybe. I don't know. What the fuck is going on? There we go.
Hi,
Sorry.
Tim.
Having some internet problems. Very slow right now.
I just wanted to call and apologize for
sending
you that unwarranted Facebook message asking you if you wanted to go to the Cincinnati Zoo with my son back in late December.
I don't even know if I got that message.
It was inappropriate of me to do something like that, and I just wanted to send out my
what? You're apologizing?
If you will.
First of all, that was very nice. If that was a true offer, I don't know.
So, anyways, I've been thinking about you a lot, and I hope you're doing okay. So, I hope to hear from you soon.
Okay.
Bye now.
Why is he creeping me out? Thank you, though, for the offer, whether it be a true and honorable offer, or if you were just joshing around. You don't trust me around your child. I can understand that viewpoint as well. All right, one more voicemail, and then we will wrap things up.
Spiral Hamfucker.
Hey, Spiral Hamfucker. You know what? It's been a while since we heard from Spiral Hamfucker, at least in my mind. Let's play his little introduction. Spiral Hamfucker.
And my origins are unknown.
Yeah.
Spiral Hamfucker. Fuck, I'm in L.A. getting stumped.
Spiral Hamfucker's one of my buddies, man. He's part of the club.
Hey, Spiral Hamfucker. You know, the problem with drawing books, if you try to find a clean page, you're sorting through and you're seeing images and you're forgetting what the hell you want to draw in the first place.
I got to be honest with you. I don't think this is a problem that affects most people. Nor does it really warrant a phone call into the Distorted View voicemail line. I mean, it's always good to hear from Spiral Hamfucker, but there's numerous things you could have called about. You could have asked me a question. Tim, what kind of soda pop are you drinking right now? Tim, your shows have been extra great lately. I mean, you could have asked or told me anything. And what you decided to call about was the fact that coloring books are a real issue for you. All right. Well, thanks, Spiral Hamfucker. That is all the time we have on this edition of the program. Today's one of those days where I'm like, why do we have a voicemail segment? A bad idea. I want you guys to email me, show at distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God. Is it? Oh, God.
Stupid ass with your little fucking lip dick.
Read the Distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to rate us and review us wherever you can criticize podcasts. Today at 3 p.m. Eastern, we've got that short little live stream where we'll play an episode of DV and go over it. I'll react to it, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's sure to be a disaster. Ting! Tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Superfreaksideshow.com. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Butterworth, why do you taste so good?
Because I'm black?
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.